Surely you've felt misunderstood, treated unfairly, or even isolated just because you're true to yourself, your faith, and your values. Have you ever wondered why you're misunderstood when all you're doing is trying to spread goodness, sincerity, and light? At some point in life, many of us encounter this feeling. We act with good intentions. We follow our values, and yet somehow we find ourselves at odds with those around us. The more we try to be true to ourselves and share our light with the world, the more we may seem to be misunderstood or judged. It can leave us questioning why our efforts are not appreciated, or worse, why we're treated unfairly for simply being who we are. This is not an uncommon experience. It's something many people face when they choose to live authentically. But why does this happen? In life, many of us experience being misunderstood, criticized, or even ostracized, not because we are doing something wrong, but because we carry the light, the values, principles, and standards that might not always be accepted or understood by everyone. These are the qualities that make us different. The light we carry, often symbolizing truth, kindness, and sincerity, can sometimes be too bright or challenging for others to understand or accept. In a world where conformity is sometimes celebrated over individuality, those who choose to live with integrity and stand firm in their beliefs often find themselves at the receiving end of misunderstanding. Today, let's explore why this happens and how we can continue carrying our light despite being misunderstood. Why do we, the ones who strive to spread love and positivity, often face criticism or isolation? And how can we navigate these challenges and continue to shine brightly for the world to see? This topic is one that hits home for many of us. At some point you may have questioned your own worth or felt that your intentions were being misinterpreted. This is where we begin to understand that misunderstanding is not necessarily a reflection of who we are, but rather it is often the result of others' inability or unwillingness to see things from our perspective. Still, the journey is not easy, and that's what we're here to talk about. Your story might be very similar to many others. You may feel as though you're the only one carrying the burden of being misunderstood, but in reality, we are not alone. Many of us walk this path facing obstacles simply because we refuse to conform, simply because we refuse to dim our light to fit in. Whether it's in your personal life, at work, or in your community, you may have experienced this struggle. Today we'll discuss how we can confront and grow through these misunderstandings. Rather than letting them break us down, we'll explore how we can use them as stepping stones to become stronger, more resilient, and more certain of our purpose. Let's talk about how we can continue being the light in the world even when the world doesn't understand or appreciate our light. If this message resonates with you, please share this video with someone who needs to hear it today. There's always someone out there who feels isolated or misunderstood, and hearing that they are not alone can make all the difference. Don't forget to subscribe so you can stay tuned for more meaningful stories and lessons that will encourage you to continue shining in the world. Together, let's make the world a brighter place, a place where authenticity and goodness are celebrated, and where we continue to walk boldly in the light no matter how others may perceive us. Misunderstanding occurs when others fail to grasp our true intentions, motives, or the reality behind our actions. It is when our behavior, words, or decisions are misinterpreted or taken out of context. As a result, those who misunderstand us form incorrect judgments about who we are, why we do what we do, or the purpose behind our actions. This phenomenon is common in all aspects of life, at work, within families, among friends, and in broader social settings. Whether it's a casual conversation, a decision we make at work, or our values and lifestyle choices, misunderstanding can arise any time our actions or beliefs don't align with the expectations or assumptions of others. The frustration of being misunderstood can stem from the feeling that no matter how much we try to explain or how clearly we communicate, others simply do not get it. Sometimes, no matter how carefully we present our intentions, they are seen through a distorted lens, resulting in judgments that are often not only incorrect but also harmful. These misunderstandings can lead to strained relationships, unnecessary conflicts, or even isolation. The reason why misunderstandings happen so frequently is that each of us has a unique way of perceiving the world. Our experiences, cultural backgrounds, values, and even our emotions can shape how we interpret the actions and words of others. What one person views as a kind and thoughtful gesture, another might interpret as self-serving or condescending. Similarly, what one person sees as a harmless comment, another may interpret as an attack. In these situations, it's important to recognize that misunderstanding is not necessarily a personal attack or reflection of your character, but rather a result of the gap between your true intentions and how they are perceived by others. The critical thing is understanding that we all come from different places and that communication is often more complex than we realize. When we talk about carrying light, we refer to living with and embodying values that are inherently positive, pure, and uplifting. The light represents the goodness, sincerity, faith, truth, and kindness we carry within ourselves, and it is how we share these qualities with the world. People who carry light typically live by strong principles, aiming to set an example for others by showing that integrity, compassion, and love in everything they do. The light we carry is not just a passive trait, it's an active force in our lives. It motivates us to do good, be kind, and stand up for what is right even when it's difficult. Carrying light involves being a beacon of hope and positivity, offering guidance to others and helping to uplift those around us. This light can be a reflection of our beliefs, our actions, and how we approach life, and it has the power to inspire and influence the world. However, the challenge lies in the fact that not everyone is ready or willing to embrace the light you carry. People who carry light often find themselves standing apart from others because their values and actions challenge the status quo. What we see as truth, others may see as uncomfortable or even threatening, especially if it calls into question their own beliefs or behavior. For example, living a life of honesty and integrity might seem like second nature to someone who values truth, but for others who have grown accustomed to dishonesty or manipulation, your transparency may be seen as disruptive or naive. Similarly, kindness and empathy may be misunderstood as weakness or an invitation to take advantage of you. When we live by higher moral standards, it can cause friction in environments where these values are not as widely embraced. In this context, the light we carry is a reminder of what's good, pure, and right in a world that is often clouded by selfishness, greed, and indifference. But it's also something that creates friction. While it can uplift, it can also disturb, especially when those around us prefer the comfort of their own darkness or don't want to change their ways. The reason you are misunderstood when carrying light is that in many cases your light serves as a contrast to the darkness or confusion that others may be experiencing in their lives. Your light reveals truths that others might not want to face and that is often uncomfortable. In these situations, misunderstandings are a natural byproduct of this discomfort. 1. Challenging the status quo. When you live by principles that go against the grain of societal norms, you become a challenge to the status quo. If you are someone who values kindness, truth, and honesty, and you practice these in all aspects of your life, you're actively challenging a world that often operates on the opposite principles. In many environments, people are conditioned to follow routines that may not always align with integrity, compassion, or fairness. When you bring your light to such environments, you not only act as an outlier, but also make others confront the gap between how they live and the higher standards you embody. This can make people uncomfortable and lead to them misunderstanding or misjudging you. They may perceive your actions as judgmental or as an attack on their own choices, even when you are simply living according to your values. 2. Fear of change. Another reason why people misunderstand those who carry light is because change is often feared. Many individuals are comfortable in their own habits and ways of thinking, and when someone challenges those things, they can feel threatened. Your willingness to live authentically and expose the truth can shine a light on areas of their life that they have been avoiding or suppressing. Instead of embracing your light and being inspired to change, some may react by pushing back. Their misunderstanding may stem from their inability or unwillingness to face the truth of their own lives. They may interpret your sincerity as a challenge to their own comfort zone, which can result in rejection or hostility. 3. Misinterpretation of motives. When we live in a world that often values self-interest, genuine acts of kindness, selflessness, and truth can be easily misunderstood. People might view your actions as either naive or self-serving, assuming that you must have some ulterior motive behind your kindness. This can happen, especially in environments where people are used to seeing others act out of self-interest or for personal gain. In such cases, your sincerity might be misconstrued as weakness, or they may interpret your good deeds as attempts to manipulate or control others. Your motives may be misunderstood simply because people are not accustomed to seeing such pure and unguarded intentions. 4. Feeling threatened by your light. Carrying light means that you are living in alignment with what is right and good, and this in itself can threaten others who are living in the opposite direction. Light reveals the darkness, and when others are living in darkness, whether it be dishonesty, bitterness, or selfishness, your light exposes these areas of their lives that they may not want to confront. They may feel guilty or uncomfortable when they see the light you carry, and instead of being inspired by it, they might feel judged or exposed. This often leads to them misunderstanding your actions, and in some cases resenting you for shining that light into their lives. Misunderstanding is a natural response to living authentically, especially when we carry light. The very act of carrying light means that you stand out, challenge norms, and expose truths that others may prefer to avoid. But even though these misunderstandings can be painful, they are also opportunities for growth. The more we understand why we are misunderstood, because our light reveals the darkness in others' lives, because change is uncomfortable, and because others fear what our authenticity means for their own existence, the more we can respond with compassion, understanding, and continued perseverance in carrying that light. In the next section, we'll discuss how to navigate these misunderstandings, stay true to our values, and continue to shine brightly in the face of adversity. One of the first and most immediate impacts of carrying light is isolation. When you stand firm in your values, principles, and beliefs, especially when those beliefs are different from the social norms around you, it is inevitable that some people may not understand you. This lack of understanding can lead to isolation, a feeling of being set apart or excluded from the people around you. Whether it's in your personal relationships, at work, or within your community, the difference in your beliefs or lifestyle may cause a rift between you and others. At times, this isolation can feel painful, as it may seem like the people you once considered friends, colleagues, or even family no longer accept or support you. They may view your adherence to your principles as a challenge to their own choices, causing them to distance themselves from you. When we live authentically and shine our light, it can make others uncomfortable, and in response, they may attempt to push us away, criticize us, or even make us feel unworthy. This can be particularly difficult when the people around you are important to you and their acceptance or approval matters. We all seek belonging, connection, and validation from others, but when those same people misunderstand or reject us, it can feel like a personal failure or like we are being unfairly judged. The truth is, isolation is one of the hardest things to face when you're misunderstood, especially when your intentions are pure and your heart is open. However, it's essential to remember that this isolation is not a reflection of your worth, but rather a reflection of how others are processing and responding to the light you carry. It doesn't mean that your light is wrong, or that you should dim it. Instead, it is a sign that your path may be different and not everyone will be able to understand or walk with you. The criticism that often accompanies isolation can be even more painful. People who do not understand you might pass judgment on your actions, your values, or the way you live your life. They might label you as too idealistic, naive, judgmental, or worse, too different. This type of criticism is difficult to hear, especially when it comes from people whose opinions you value. It can make you feel misunderstood and even question whether it's worth continuing on the path you've chosen. It's important to recognize that criticism doesn't define you. People may criticize you because they don't understand your journey or your motivations, but their judgment is not a reflection of who you truly are. Carrying light often means going against the grain and not conforming to what's easy or popular. So if you're facing criticism, remember that you're probably on the right track. It's the nature of bringing light into places that are comfortable with darkness or complacency. Being misunderstood is not just an external experience. It often takes a deep toll on your emotional and mental well-being. It can stir up feelings of hurt, confusion, and insecurity. When you are misunderstood, you may feel as if you're not being seen for who you truly are, and that can lead to a sense of rejection or loneliness. This emotional distress can even lead you to question your own worth or the validity of your beliefs. The pain of being misunderstood can make you feel unseen and unheard, and sometimes it may make you question whether it's worth continuing to be authentic in a world that seems to reject you. You might start to ask yourself, am I wrong? Should I change who I am to fit in? Why does it feel so hard to be understood? These feelings of self-doubt are a natural response to criticism and isolation, but it's important to remember that misunderstanding does not define your truth. When you feel misunderstood, you may also struggle with insecurity. This can manifest as doubt in your abilities, your decisions, or even your own value. When you're criticized or ostracized, you might begin to question your choices, wondering if they are truly worth the emotional cost. The more you face rejection or judgment, the more vulnerable your sense of self may become. Insecurity can lead to anxiety and even depression, as the negative impact of being misunderstood can chip away at your confidence. However, this is where faith becomes vital. The emotional and mental toll of being misunderstood can sometimes be overwhelming, but your faith is the anchor that can ground you and help you persevere. Even in moments of self-doubt, your faith reminds you that you are not alone, and that your journey has a greater purpose beyond the misunderstandings and struggles you're facing. Faith provides a source of strength in these moments, reminding you that your worth is not determined by others' opinions. When you feel insecure, faith helps you to trust in God's plan for your life, knowing that He sees the truth of your heart and that He is with you every step of the way. Faith will help you continue to move forward despite the emotional and mental impact of misunderstanding. At the core of enduring the emotional and mental strain of being misunderstood is faith and perseverance. When faced with rejection and misunderstanding, it's easy to give in to the pressure and feel defeated. However, this is precisely when faith and perseverance become your greatest tools for survival and growth. Faith in your values, your beliefs, and in yourself is what will carry you through the hardest times. Faith is what helps you hold your head high, even when others don't understand why you're doing what you're doing. It allows you to see beyond the criticism and isolation, knowing that your light is meaningful, even if others don't immediately recognize it. Faith keeps you grounded in the knowledge that God has a purpose for your life, and that your path is leading you towards something greater than you can see right now. Perseverance is the ability to keep going when things get tough, to hold fast to your principles and to continue living in alignment with your beliefs despite the obstacles that come your way. Perseverance doesn't mean never feeling hurt or discouraged. Rather, it means continuing to push forward even in the face of difficulty. It means not allowing others' misunderstandings to dictate your self-worth or your choices. When you persevere, you learn that the truth of who you are is not determined by others' opinions. Your perseverance will prove that your light is real and that it is worth shining no matter how many times it's misunderstood. In moments when you question your path or feel overwhelmed by the misunderstanding around you, remember this: your journey is not about the approval of others. It's about staying true to the light you carry. Not everyone will understand you right away, and that's okay. The most important thing is to remain true to yourself and the values that guide you. Perseverance is the key to becoming who you are meant to be. As you continue on your path, your light will shine brighter and the misunderstandings will start to fade. Over time, you'll see that those who criticized you may begin to understand you better, and those who isolated you may come to appreciate the integrity you've maintained. But even if that doesn't happen immediately, remember that God sees you. He understands your heart, and your perseverance is what He honors. The emotional and the mental impact of being misunderstood is not something to take lightly. It can be painful, isolating, and challenging to endure. But through it all, faith and perseverance are the tools that will guide you through. While the journey may be difficult and the misunderstandings may continue for a time, Your faith will help you stay grounded in your truth, and your perseverance will ensure that you continue to carry the light despite any obstacles. Stay true to yourself and keep moving forward. The light you carry is valuable, and though it may be misunderstood, it has the power to transform not only your life, but the lives of others as well. One of the most important things to remember when you are carrying light is to stay true to yourself. The path of living authentically, embracing your values and spreading positivity is not always an easy one. Along the way, you will encounter people who might not understand you, or who may even criticize or reject you for the light you carry. It's easy to feel discouraged when you are not received with the acceptance you expect, but it is during these times that staying true to yourself becomes paramount. The world can be full of pressure to conform, to fit in, or to meet the expectations of others. But the light you carry is yours and yours alone. It's a reflection of your inner truth, your values, your beliefs, and the goodness you wish to share with the world. And while the world around you may not always embrace it, that doesn't make your light any less valuable. In fact, the very fact that you stand firm in your beliefs and continue to walk in the light even when misunderstood makes your light shine even brighter. When you live authentically, you are choosing to honor who you truly are, not who others want you to be. Being true to yourself means embracing your uniqueness, whether it's the kindness you offer, the honesty you speak, or the values you live by. People who carry light stand out not because they seek attention, but because their integrity, kindness, and authenticity make them different in a world that often values conformity over individuality. And this difference is what makes you special. It's not about being like everyone else. It's about being the best version of yourself, even if others don't understand it. It's about having the courage to live according to your principles, even when the world may push back. In a world that often tries to dim those who shine too brightly, staying true to who you are is one of the most powerful things you can do. Remember, your light is not meant to fit into the world's mold. You are meant to bring something fresh, something new, and something needed. The people who will appreciate your light will find you even if it takes time. And those who don't understand it, their lack of understanding doesn't diminish the truth of your light. Keep walking in your truth and you'll see that your light will find its way into the hearts of those who need it most. While staying true to yourself is crucial, it is also essential to find support from like-minded people. We are social beings, and no matter how strong we are in our beliefs, it's human to need encouragement, understanding, and companionship. When you are misunderstood or feel isolated because of your light, finding those who share your values and ideals can provide the strength you need to keep going. You are not alone in this journey. There are countless others who, like you, are walking a path of truth, integrity, and light. These people might be in your immediate circle, might be people you haven't yet met, but the key is to actively seek out those who understand and share your vision, your passion, and your purpose. They are the ones who will remind you that you are not crazy for following your principles, even when the world doesn't seem to understand them. It can be easy to feel as though you are fighting an uphill battle, especially when you feel that the people around you aren't supportive or that your light is not welcomed. But connecting with like-minded individuals can provide the support you need to stay on track. These people will not only encourage you, but they will also challenge you to keep growing, to keep shining, and to keep moving forward. Building a community of people who understand you and share similar values can provide emotional and mental support during times of struggle. When you feel isolated or rejected, these relationships can help you reconnect with your purpose and remind you why you carry the light in the first place. They will uplift you, affirm your worth, and help you stay rooted in your faith even when the world around you seems confusing or hostile. Moreover, these relationships will allow you to learn and grow together. The journey of carrying light is not an individual pursuit, but a collective one. As you surround yourself with people who understand the importance of integrity, honesty, kindness, and love, you'll find that your strength multiplies. You will learn from others who are also walking similar paths, and together you will create a positive force for change in the world. Do not be afraid to seek out those who will stand with you and support you. They are out there. Whether through faith communities, friendships, or online networks, there are people who share your values, who want to help you shine, and who will walk with you every step of the way. One of the most powerful aspects of carrying light is the ability to let it shine without over-explaining or justifying yourself. When we are misunderstood, it can be tempting to spend a lot of energy trying to explain ourselves, our actions, or our values to others. But the truth is, you don't need to justify your light to anyone. Your light is yours, and it shines because it's an expression of your truth, your integrity, and your love. When you live sincerely, stay true to your beliefs, and consistently do what is right, your actions will naturally reflect the light you carry. You don't need to explain your kindness, your honesty, or your commitment to truth. These actions speak for themselves. Your light will be felt by others, and they will see it in the way you live, the way you treat others, and the way you stay true to your values even when it's difficult. In a world that often questions sincerity or authenticity, living your truth without over-explaining can be one of the most powerful statements you make. By not needing to justify your actions, you allow your light to speak louder than any words could. It is the quiet strength of staying true to your values that often makes the biggest impact. Remember, you don't need to convince others of your worth or the value of your light. Your actions will prove everything they need to know. Whether or not others immediately understand or appreciate your light, your consistency in living authentically will ultimately speak louder than any explanation you could give. This principle applies to all areas of life. Whether in relationship, work, or personal endeavors, when you live sincerely and with integrity, you're naturally embodying the light that others might be unable to see at first. But rest assured, it will shine through, and in time people will recognize the power of your light. The more you try to explain or defend your values, the more you diminish their intrinsic power. Instead, let your actions speak for you. When you stop over-explaining, you free yourself from the pressure of others' judgment and expectations. You give yourself permission to simply live in the fullness of your light without seeking validation. Let your light shine simply by being who you are. Over time, this quiet, consistent demonstration of your values will lead to deeper respect and understanding even from those who initially misunderstood you. Carrying light in a world that often misunderstands you is no easy task. But by staying true to yourself, seeking support from like-minded people, and letting your light shine without over-explaining, you can continue on your path with confidence and grace. Being misunderstood doesn't mean you have to dim your light or compromise who you are. It means you are on the right path. The world needs your light even if it doesn't always understand it. Keep shining, keep living with integrity, and trust that your light will make a difference in ways you cannot yet see. As you continue to walk in your truth, remember you don't need to justify your existence or your values. You're worthy of shining just as you are. Trust that those who are meant to understand your light will eventually see it, and those who may never understand you can let go of knowing that your light doesn't need to be approved by everyone to be powerful. You are the light of the world, and that light will not be dimmed. Keep walking forward one step at a time, and let your light shine for all to see. As we've seen, carrying light in a world full of challenges can lead to being misunderstood and criticized. It's a common experience for many of us who choose to live by our values, principles, and beliefs. Sometimes those around us may not understand why we act the way we do, or why we choose to live authentically. But don't let these misunderstandings discourage you. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. You are carrying values that not only change your life, but can also change the lives of those around you. The light you bring to the world has the power to inspire and uplift even when it feels like others aren't able to see or appreciate it right away. Always persevere in your faith even when things get tough, and trust that what you're doing is valuable. It might not be easy and the path might seem lonely or unclear at times, but remember that your light matters. Keep walking in the truth of who you are, because even if people don't understand you immediately, the impact of your light will be felt. You may not always see the change right away, but you are making a difference. The light you carry will not only illuminate your own life, but it will also positively influence others, often in ways you may never fully comprehend. So no matter the challenges, continue to stand firm in your beliefs and live out your values with confidence. If this message resonates with you, please share this video with someone who needs to hear this today. There are so many people out there who might feel isolated or misunderstood, and a simple word of encouragement could make all the difference. And don't forget to subscribe to stay tuned for more meaningful stories and lessons that will help you continue walking in faith and spreading positivity. Together, let's make the world a brighter place, one act of kindness, one moment of truth, and one person at a time. May you always carry the fire in your heart, stay strong in your beliefs, and continue to spread light and love wherever you go. Keep shining brightly because the world needs your light more than you may ever know.